I believe that my views are shared by many. The bilateral relationship is very close, very warm, and is on a very firm foundation. Of course, we have to work at it. We want to make it even better, closer and warmer. We will continue to work on our bilateral relationship, and that's one of my goals in China. You know that Sri Lanka was one of the first countries to recognize the young republic, People's Republic, in the early days. Then we established diplomatic relations in 1957. In more recent times, we have supported each other, both bilaterally and internationally.
Sri Lanka is one of the important countries along the route of the Belt and Road Initiative. What are your expectations for the future cooperation in this regard?
Sri Lanka welcomed the Belt and Road Initiative very warmly, very enthusiastically when it was first announced. And since then, we have benefited under the initiative. The Colombo Port City is coming up. It is a Belt and Road Initiative product. Similarly, the Hambantota Port and the adjoining industrial zone is also a BRI project. We hope that the Belt and Road Initiative will result in more financial and other benefits to Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka is one of the 5 countries Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is visiting at the start of the new year. What's the significance of this trip and what outcomes do you expect from it?
This is the first visit of the Foreign Minister for the year, and we think we are particularly privileged and honored to host him as our guest. Sri Lanka, the bilateral relationship is very good, as I said earlier, but we hope that visits like this will help to consolidate the relationship further. China has been very supportive of Sri Lanka financially and economically. We also hope that the foreign minister's visit will be a catalyst for large Chinese companies to invest in Sri Lanka. And also, when travel restrictions are removed, large numbers of Chinese tourists will go to Sri Lanka as a result of the visit of the foreign minister.
How has China contributed to Sri Lanka's fight against the COVID-19 pandemic?
China was a major contributor as we struggled to contain the pandemic. China gifted 3 million doses of vaccine to Sri Lanka. In addition, we also received 23 million doses of Sinopharm. Sri Lanka is now managing the pandemic quite effectively. It's not running out of control. It's not, I must emphasize that. And I would say that the major reason for this is the vaccine that was provided to Sri Lanka a few months ago. We have contained the epidemic. Almost 72% of the population is now vaccinated. We hope that sooner than later we will be another destination for global travelers, particularly Chinese travelers, knowing that we have managed to contain the epidemic.